Hansi Flick had a very nice gesture towards his staff who surround him at FC Barcelona. It is very logical that Hansi Flick was voted the best coach of the month in October. And the former manager of Bayern Munich decided to take a picture with all his staff. A very nice gesture on the part of the German who does not attract all the praise and who is also very grateful for the work of those who supervise him on a daily basis. Absent for many months because of an ischio injury, Ronald Araujo should come back faster than expected. Even if everything is currently running for FC Barcelona, it must be said that the infirmary of the leader of La Liga is full. Bernal, Ter Stegen, Torres, Garcia, Christensen and Araujo are injured. But the latter is close to a return. Indeed, according to Marca's information, the Uruguayan defender is entering the final recovery phase faster than expected. His return is hoped after the truce against Celta Vigo on November 23. Regarding the others, Christensen is not yet 100% and is in the waiting room. Garcia is expected this weekend, Torres for the end of November beginning of December, while Ter Stegen could return before the end of the season, which will not be the case for Bernal. Dani Olmo and Frenkie de Jong are expected to start Barcelona's match against Espanyol this weekend, reports Diario Sport. The two midfielders did not start at the Clásico but entered the game later to play important roles. De Jong's impact was even more felt when he entered at halftime in place of Fermin Lopez to completely change the game with his assist for Lewandowski. De Jong has not yet started a match for Barca since April and Olmo has not been a starter since September when he injured his hamstring against Girona. Hansi Flick's success would be no accident. The German coach succeeds thanks to Roberto De Zerbi. A victory over Sevilla FC, 4-1 against Bayern Munich in the Champions League and a humiliation inflicted, 4-0 on Real Madrid. Here is Hansi Flick's FC Barcelona. The German coach has completely revived the Catalan team, breaking records in the process. But where does the strength and science of this domination over Spain and Europe come from? Arrigo Sacchi thinks he knows. The iconic former AC Milan coach revealed that Flick was inspired by the methods of many coaches including Roberto De Zerbi. I know De Zerbi well and I know that Flick went twice before arriving at Barca to see him work, he told Cadena Ser. Although FC Barcelona is having an encouraging start to the season in terms of sport, the financial crisis of the club continues to weigh heavily. Under the leadership of new coach Hans-Dieter Flick, the Catalan team shines in La Liga where it occupies the first place, and in the Champions League despite limited resources. This summer, the club was only able to recruit 3 players, including Dani Olmo, star of this transfer window, who quickly won the squad despite an injury. In 5 games, Olmo has scored 3 goals, and his versatile profile makes him a centerpiece of Flick's system. However, due to economic instability, the Spanish midfielder's listing could be compromised for the second half of the season. Subjected to the constraints of La Liga's financial fair play, Barca has so far been able to count on the injury of defender Andreas Christensen to register Dani Olmo. However, Christensen's imminent return puts the club in a dilemma. The registration of only one of the 2 players will be possible if a financial solution is not found quickly. Moreover, the long-awaited sponsorship deal with Nike, which is supposed to ease the club's finances, will not be in effect until January, leaving Barca at a dead end. In addition, there are late payments by Libero, a shareholder in Barca Vision, which makes the situation worse. This winter, Barcelona will have to decide between Olmo and Christensen, a decision that could seriously impact the club's sporting ambitions for the rest of the season. FC Barcelona aim to maintain their dominant form when they face their Espanyol rivals in the next La Liga clash on Sunday, November 3. Hansi Flick is unlikely to make many changes compared to the team that crushed Real Madrid 4-0 at the Santiago Bernabeu in their last game. The coach inspired his team to tap into their best form, and almost all regular starters have become a must-have at the moment. But it's the perfect opportunity to reinstate Dani Olmo in the starting side after seeing him impress in his late entry against Real Madrid. The Spaniard could replace Fermin Lopez in the team. This would allow Rafinha to play in the position of number 10, while Olmo would occupy the position of left winger. This should further reinforce Barca's offensive and creative threat, as Olmo has already scored 3 goals in 4 La Liga matches this season. Wojciech Szczesny also deserves to make his debut. He could replace Iñaki Peña in goals, with the Spanish goalkeeper being reserved for the Champions League clash next week. Hansi Flick is working hard to ensure that his team's performance level does not drop after their brilliant 4-0 win against Real Madrid last weekend. The Blaugrana players seem very sharp in a new video published by the club, showing their efforts in training. Dani Olmo, in particular, seems to be in great shape as he is seen making some nice technical gestures and scoring goals during the sessions. Rafinha also looks very sharp, while players like Gavi and Lamine Yamal also show a lot of confidence in training. Barca can widen a 9-point gap at the top of La Liga with a win against Espanyol, with Real Madrid not having a match scheduled this weekend.